Okay, let me make sure I'm online. Okay, I think I'm online. Hello, I'm Alex from A.P.Ink. So today I've got some new supplies that I wanted to swatch. So I've got these watercolor colored pencils that I got from Dollar Tree. Um, there were a couple of different options. I picked this set specifically because it comes with a paintbrush, and I thought that the plastic box, as opposed to like a paper box, would stand up better, longer than a paper box because it's watercolor, but because it does have a brush, if I can actually get them all out. So the paintbrush does seem like it's fairly good quality. It's not one of those kind of cheap plastic ones. The handle on it is plastic. So how I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna swatch them. I was gonna say I'm gonna swatch them twice, but I think if I just swatch them big enough, I can get away with just swatching them once. But to have them have the swatch big enough that I can have part of the swatch dry and wet part of the swatch just to see how well the uh, water reacts to the pencil on the paper. And then I think when I get done, I'm going to take red, blue, and yellow and try to pull the color direct from the pencil. Okay, so the pencils themselves do not have any kind of color name or number. It's just the end bit. I am going to swatch them all, even though you're not going to be able to see the white on the white paper. This is watercolor paper. I'm glad I looked at the paper first because I had the paper backwards. But yeah, you might not be able to see the white, but I'm still gonna test it just to see how it stands against the paper. So white. Um, I don't think I said this was a 12 color set. And while I'm at it, so even if you can't see the white on the white colored pencil on the white paper, maybe you can see the kind of shine from it. I'm just gonna mark this. But I also want to see how, after adding water to the paper, how much the water will pick up the pigment, if it's going to pick it up completely, or if there's going to be any kind of like shadowing left behind, I guess. Okay, so this is like a brown. These are called Jot Activity. I think I skipped this part. These were $1.25, so before tax. So just some math really quick. That makes it about 10 to 11 cents per pencil before tax. So pink. This looks like a dark blue. It is a nice blue. I am pushing down quite hard. Not, I don't know, I guess not that hard, but hard enough to also test how strong the core is, the pigment. The red is kind of on the pink side. This is like a light blue. It's a really light blue. I should have put more space between these. Dark green. Nope. Just green. Yellow. This is dark green. So that's kind of like a grass green. This is more like an olive green. I'm just going to do like dark green. So this might be violet. And then orange. Okay, so I'm gonna try. I don't have another water source besides this water brush, but I think what I'll try just to see how well I forgot to get a protective cover so I don't get water all over the place. So I'm gonna try to use the reservoir from my water brush to see how well the paintbrush works. We'll try yellow. I should have tried another color just to see. Okay, I don't have enough water on this brush. So not having enough water on the brush is my fault, but the brush itself does seem like it's working quite well. We will try that again though. With more water this time. You can clearly see the yellow that was on the brush. So I'm not gonna bother doing the white. I think I already said that though. Sorry for repeating myself. I purposely am gonna hold off on doing the black one till last. Just so maybe I don't pick up the black. I don't know. I guess that didn't make any sense. Because clearly I'm washing the brush off between. But I'm gonna go with it anyway. So far, I was gonna say, so far it doesn't look like there's too much of like a shadow, but I can kind of see just a little bit for where I scribbled. Okay, so for picking the color out of the pencil itself, red, yellow, I think I'll go for the darker blue. Just make sure I grab the right color. So to try and pull enough pigment and then I highly suggest if you do pull from the pencil that you let them dry before you put them back, just so you don't end up causing any kind of like mold problem or whatever. I think we'll have yellow in the center. Just so maybe it doesn't get muddy. And I think while I'm at it, just to see exactly how much you can manipulate the pigment after the fact, to try to kind of re-wet the pigment. It does get kind of washed out. See how it looks after it dries, or at least dries a little bit. And then blue. Excuse me. And then just the same as I did here, try to kind of reactivate the yellow and see how much of like a green tone. Okay. Excuse me. So just to see, I mean, there's still damp, but to see how much of a shadow there still is from where I originally scribbled the pigment down. For the yellow, I probably could have tried that. I'm tempted to try to activate that a little bit more, but I think I'll just leave it there. So dry to wet, and then direct from the pencil. The orange and the attempt at a green color here, it'll show up more as it gets a chance to dry. But yeah, so if you choose to get these pencils, I think they're not that bad, at least for my limited experience using watercolor supplies. So I would say I recommend these, but I am going to leave this one here. Thank you to anybody who watched or watches. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.